Come with me again to shoot for Rue 21, but this vlog is different from the rest, not just because it's been sitting in my drafts for 2.5 weeks because I've been too depressed to do a voiceover, but because this time we shot in LA, which I was so excited about. The weather was so much better than when they fly me to Pittsburgh, and the hotel was so much fancier. My name was on the TV, I walked around Hollywood to get some food, and there were these little robots in the hotel that would take the elevator and bring you things. It was so dystopian, so crazy. My view was so pretty. That was the sunset and the sunrise. The next morning I woke up super early and everybody met in the hotel lobby where we took a shuttle for like an hour and a half to the shoot location, which was in Malibu. So this was a campaign shoot for store signage and like website photos around festival season. So it was really fun because we got to put on this pretend festival. Our makeup was like Euphoria inspired. The clothes were very festival-y. I loved this little like body chain they had me wearing. It was so fun, so cute. That's Taylor, who I believe casts all the models for the shoots. We love her. We had to take that little buggy all around because the shoot was so spread out and rocky. I felt like I was in Jurassic Park. It was so fucking hot the first day that we were shooting, and being the pale ginger that I am, I do not do well in direct sunlight, so there were multiple times I had to take a break because I literally thought I was gonna faint, but it's fine. Then we changed outfits, and then we broke for lunch, and there were these big dogs living there. They were so big and so cute. And then after lunch, I got my hair changed, and we put on this outfit. I loved this look, and me and Angelina took the buggy up to go pretend to be DJs for the festival. And then the rest of the models joined us, and we just pretended like we were at a festival and partied. Like, can you believe that's our job? And this was the view from the last shot of the day. It was so beautiful. I actually almost cried. And they got me a Starbucks, which was so sweet. And they helped me take my makeup off because it was like so fucking glued to my face. And then everyone got in a shuttle. And then when I got back, I took a shower and probably should have went to sleep, but I went to have a little drinky with my best friend Uche because she was so close by. But then the next morning was so early and I was so tired. I was probably being a fucking jerk on the shuttle because I needed my alone time. But then after breakfast, I started feeling a little bit better. We got our hair and makeup done. It was so fucking cute. I loved the mermaid makeup. Angelina and I are the only two models who came back the second day. So it was so fun to meet a whole new cast of models. And this day, as opposed to pretending to be at a festival, we were pretending to be a band performing at a festival, so that was so fucking fun. And that's Mila, who came up to me at the beginning of the shoot and told me she watches my TikToks. I loved her. We became literally best friends. We broke for lunch. That was the call sheet. It's so weird how they always put in your Instagram photos as opposed to like professional modeling photos. Anyway, then we all took a buggy to this little campsite they set up with a disco ball. It was so cute. You know I love a cowboy boot moment. The first day was so fucking hot and this day was so fucking cold. I was wearing a robe over all my outfits in between shots. I probably look like a diva, but I don't care. This was the last shot and probably my favorite shot of the entire 2-day shoot. We all got to pretend to be in a band together, living out my rockstar dreams, and we all just became so close. It was so sweet. I got back. I was incredibly sunburnt. Did that stop me from going out drinking with everyone from the short film? No, it did not. I looked really hot that night and not a single person kissed me, which was kind of rude, but I got back at 3:33, which I thought was a sign that I made the right decision, even though I was incredibly hungover from my flight. But this breakfast I got, so fucking bomb. That cheese Danish was incredible. I sat next to a pilot who comforted me during the turbulence, and then I made it home.